Welcome back, this is M-Dog, and this is our first episode that we are recording outside of our stream, right? So we will still get some episodes of this leveling series in during the streams when we can. But more and more we'll probably have episodes like this one where we are recording them outside of stream. Let's see if we can get a decent bite right here on bread. I noticed that we do have a rough order. So I think some of what we do right now is just see what we can catch while waiting for the rough order. I guess the other option would have been going to winding for the day. Let's see exactly what the orders look like though. I think there's some Crucian. I think there's a couple of Crucian orders if I remember correctly. That might be possible if we can just get on some decent bite. Yeah, so we've got 6 Crucian over 350. Sometimes that's pretty easy. It just depends, but we need 5 rough once it gets a little later in the afternoon. Over 44 for 28 silver. That white bream order is also a little bit compelling. They're just not always reliable. I think it's more about the possible big Crucian order, certainly the small one and the Chinese sleeper order. I mean, if we put together these 3, that's a pretty good session just on cafe orders. And then a few more silver on top of that. Let's just see how we're doing. We've got pretty big hook sizes on, so we may get... We may run into the problem of just not catching enough fish here, but let's kind of see how this goes for a minute. We have a little smaller setup on this one, 16 with worms. That should be fine. But the 10 with bread and an 8 with bread, that's really only going to work if it's a pretty good bite rate. So let's see how it looks. Seems really slow, right? It's late morning, I mean... Alright, so here's the first bite on bread. Let's see if the big hook size pays off here. Is this 350 plus? It is 392, so that's kind of perfect. Do we want to try this again? Is it worth it with how long we're waiting for bites? The other thing we just haven't tried is this kind of spot over here in D3. Haven't tried that at all this series. It's usually pretty good. Just kind of right over there near the bridge. Oh, somebody was also telling me, yeah, let's go try that. Somebody's also telling me sometimes they catch bleak over here on the other side of the bridge, and I have not tried that either. Do you actually go like right into here? Or maybe right here. I don't know, we can maybe try that. Let's set this up over here though, where I was wanting to test it. It's usually like right around here. 6 or 7 meter clip. Let's go get the other 2 and then we'll try. I just want to test on bleak. We've got horseflies and bloodworm. We'll try both. I think there was a little bleak order, but I usually ignore bleak orders at Mosquito. They're just a lot better at winding typically for me. But if we could get on a reliable bleak order, they do pop in a good bit. Look, here's another almost big enough crucian. And that was on worm. So maybe this rod... I don't know, do we keep it... Do we keep it bread, or do we have mixed one bread, one worm? I don't even know if they're active over here. If we don't get any bites at all, we may just move them back down to where they were. I'm telling you though, usually you can get them over here. Alright, we'll do this 6-meter clip, a little shorter. Just see if we get any activity at all. And then let's equip this. We'll put 24 hook on it. We're going to start with horsefly. So somebody in chat was saying just on the other side of the bridge. I'm gonna guess they mean here. Whew! Almost about fell in the water. This will be really curious. If this works, I'll be amazed. That'd be awesome. This is a little bleak spot. So we got horsefly on. So the only thing I would think we would catch is either bleak or frogs. So we'll see. What I hope we start hearing is the bells of our feeders telling me that there's some sort of bite rate over there. I wonder what the biggest bleak here recently has been. So there's a horsefly. Oatmeal porridge, bloodworm, which is the other thing I was going to try, and then of course pearl barley. Can't wait till we get pearl barley unlocked. We'll start using that in a lot of situations. I love pearl barley as a bait when you're lower level. It's so versatile. If bream is active, it'll usually catch the bream, even if it's not the ideal option. And if you look, we're at 17.8. We only need to get to 20% for pearl barley. We should just probably keep making bread and keep digging as much as possible. I'm about ready to get to pearl barley now. So I guess what I'm saying is maybe we go buy some bread. Do we have any still? Yeah, we still have a few pieces. Let's see if we're occasionally getting percentage points still on bread. Oh yeah. So we can be at pearl barley now. We may not even have to spend much silver. Let's go check on that horsefly. We're getting a nibble over here. That's a good sign. It might be slow, but at least we're getting nibbles. Anything here? I mean, if they are here, that is really slow, right? I can't imagine that it's back here, but let's just double check. Oh my goodness. That would be crazy, wouldn't it? All right, we need to buy some more bread. We just need to get a few more percentage points. We'll keep digging too, but I think that bread and a little bit more digging is going to get us there. 18.4. See, I always thought, does this not keep going? Yeah, it does. You just can't see it, right? I wonder if fish can actually swim. All the way through here. In other words, if you got on a really big fish that ran this way, how far could it go? Could it actually go off the map? I've definitely had to pull one back from a little bit past the bridge. When we were trolling in another leveling episode, we had a big-eyed that we sort of had to pull back, but after this, we ought to try bloodworm in both spots as well. All right, let's get some more bread. We're just going to make a bunch of bread and hope that we can get pearl barley going. I think all we need to make pearl barley is this, which I already have one of them, so that'll be 2 that we can make as soon as we hit it. That won't be enough bread, but it'll keep us going a little bit. All right, we should be able to see if this has moved at all. Wait, where is it? Has it moved at all? I don't think it has. I am just less optimistic that there's actually fish there. I'm a little more optimistic about this spot over here. Man, if this isn't a pretty nice fish, I'm moving these rods again. This is too slow, right? $18.5. Can we see this from over here? No, we put it so far underneath there. Maybe we put it under the bridge. Alright, I think that fish is maybe on there now. Yeah, I believe it is. Let's keep digging. Let's check this one more time. 18.8. Is this fish on there? Yeah, it is. Alright, let's see if this is a decent sized crucian. Yes. Alright, so that's... Oh, shoot. Does it need to be 450? Let's go ahead and throw this back in. Oops. I'm going to look up RF4 info. You can look at cafe maps. So, Mosquito. Let's look at the Crucian cafe maps. That's weird. Is it 350? Maybe it's only 350. If that's the case, we've got like 3 of them now, right? Alright, that is doing nothing. Let's go there. Alright, I want to see real quick. Maybe the bleak just aren't active right now. Oh, it's 350. So we've got 2. How many do we have under 350? Just 1. Eat a piece of bread. Or eat a portion of bread. We're not going to get points a whole lot here, 18.9. But digging will still give us a lot of points. We just want to squeeze out. Actually, let's make the rest of this bread before we dig again. 19. 19.2. It's our last one, isn't it? 19.4. Oh, shoot. We had a bite. Okay. So we actually had a bite right here. Now, this could have been a roach. Oops. Could have been a lot of things. I think I'm going to make an executive decision and get us a slightly longer telestick so we can cast a little farther if it's pretty inexpensive. Still nothing on those. I mean, that's just ridiculous how slow that is, right? Yeah, but I do want to see if this bleak spot works at all. 19.5. We are actually getting there. Plus, when we're trying to hit bleak really quickly at winding, having a second telestick would be really helpful. And I cannot imagine they're very expensive. So how much longer is this one? 4 kilo, 6 meters. So we can cast a little farther with this one. It's out of stock though. 25 silver. 7 meters. Did I miss another bite? Yep. Come on. That's not a bleak, right? It's a perch. Alright, so let's see on horsefly if we can muster up a bite right here. So I guess we check at winding to see if the other one, the cheaper one, is in stock. I don't really want to get the more expensive one of those telesticks. Alright, gibble. Alright, why are we using such a big hook? We need to back that down a little bit. We've got over 1,300 bread. We're doing something right. Alright, there's another small crucian, potentially for the cafe order. Any movement at all? Alright, we're going to do bread one more time because I think we're about to get there to pearl barley. I think we might just need one more dig after a little bit more bread. So that's 4 silver. I guess we could make one thing of potatoes, but we'll see. Come on. 19.6. 19.7. That means that potentially 2 digs could get us there. The next dig could do it. 19.8. Alright, this just isn't happening. I mean, it was worth checking, but it's not happening. And these are way too slow. So we're going to go ahead and move down. We're going to move down and try to get rough, a head start on the rough. Actually, we might as well do the 24 hook on at least one of them. And while it's still early, maybe we'll keep bread and worm on the with a little bit larger hooks on the other two. Still try to like look at those crucians. I don't know, have we seen many crucians down here in our rough spot? Not actually sure. It's not what I meant to do. Alright, so 8 meter clip. This one's already set up for rough. I think we have crucian gibble ground bait on there still, which is fine, I guess. Alright, this one's set up for crucian gibble. And this is a little bit of both. There's like a little gnat or something in here. It's about to drive me crazy. Still got plenty of bread left. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. I don't think we need to make any more bread. We've got enough. We can now... would we use pearl barley in this spot if we had it made? The only reason I'm asking myself this is because we might go just make one thing of potatoes. Wait, do they sell potatoes in the store pretty cheaply? Because if so, there may not be any reason to craft them. We're going to use a lot of pearl barley anyway, so we may just want to craft tons of pearl barley. We definitely want to keep digging. Alright, do you sell potatoes? You do, and they're fairly cheap. I don't know that it's much cheaper to craft them, really. So we'll go ahead and craft the pearl barley. If we want to throw them in for a minute, we can. Delicious pearls. That is a big deal. You want to make pearl barley as early as you can. All right, so let's put pearl barley in for a minute. It's a little early still for rough. And we'll keep digging. So we are using paternoster rigs now. So we need to get a second feeder set. In fact, if we were going for bream or something right now, I would go ahead and get it, but until we need it, I'm going to just delay that decision. Second feeder set, then we're saving up for the spinning setup we'll use at Belaya. Alright, so there's our first roach on pearl barley. Pearl barley sometimes works on bleak as well. That's going to be a roach just sitting there, as roach sometimes do. Yeah, we're already catching really nice roach right here, just on one pearl barley. Alright, what is going on with... I guess I keep forgetting it's like early. We really came here early for... rough. Alright, so the rough may be starting, huh? We need them to be over 44 grams. 5 of them over 44, I believe is what it is. Wow. Alright, so we are consistently on 10 hook pearl barley. It's a roach too. What size hook did I leave on this? Oh, it's time to go small. I want to see what these roach are worth. There's another one. So, imagine a really good roach farm. You're getting them between 500 grams and a kilo pretty consistently. $1 to $2 silver a pop, you know, 10 silver. And sometimes they're like really active, pretty good bite rate. And, you know, if it's a really good roach farm, again, you know, you'll catch plenty of them up near a kilo, and then that's worth more like, I don't know, 3 or 4 silver a piece. All right, there's something on line 1. It's a nice rough if it's a rough. Okay, it's a little roach. Afraid I went too quick on that. All right, there's a crucian. Pearl barley, not just for the rough. Sorry, the roach. $4.31. Now the sleepers are coming in. I think there was a sleeper order, although I don't remember the size. Kind of want to go that spot at Winding in the last episode where we caught the trophy chub. There were so many different fish coming out there on worm and red worm. I almost want to go throw in there again just to kind of see what all we catch. But first I think we need to see if we can get this rough order done. Alright, there is one. There is one rough. Is that the first one over 44? Yeah. And in just a minute, we'll switch off pearl barley here. It's just about to the point where the roach will stop biting. I think there's a roach on there right now. Yep. This might be a nice one too. Yeah. 6.42. So we see how much that one's worth. If it goes up, it's like maybe 3 silver or still 2 point something. 6.42. Yeah, it's worth 2.5 silver. Come on. Not quite. All right, it's after 10 p.m. Let's go ahead and focus our efforts here on rough. That's not a rough. I'm going to put one of these back on basic bottom just to have a variety of rigs in. We've got 2 paternoster, 1 basic bottom. Where are we on the crucian carp front? It's just a roach magnet right now. This middle line can't help itself. I think I have that clip like on 6 or something still, and the other 2's on 8. I'm going to start casting like out here. I think the right line is getting the best bite rate of rough. I don't know what that is. Oh, a little roach. It's like if we get too close to the shore. Still just got the one that's the right size. See if this catches a rough that short on 6 meter. If it does, we might just put it at 7 instead of all the way up to 8. The other 2 are at 8. It's such a short clip, I can't even reel it in. All right, that looks promising. Yes. All right, so that's 2. 2 out of 5. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're even 1 short from claiming that order. Oh, Chinese sleeper orders. Simple. Okay. That is a fat one. These 42-gram quiver tips, between the light roach bite and then the just really small rough, we don't always see what's happening. Now with this one, the Comma Comfort, we could turn this down to 14 gram. That would help a little bit perhaps. All right, so is that our 3rd rough? 1, 2, 3. 4. So you see the change in color showing we changed the quiver tip setting. Too small. Oh, too small. Come on, put us out of our misery. So close. Looks like those two lines are actually like in the exact same spot. Or really close to it. I remember there was plenty of time on the rough order. I don't remember about anything else though. Both of them are getting a nibble. Hopefully one of these two turns into our rough. Oh, if it's a rough, we're good. Alright, we're good. We are good. Doubly good. Alright. So let's go set up at the dock. We want this one. First of all, let's put it back on Paternoster. And we're going to put this one on bread. Crucian Gibble. Just to have a chance at one or either one or both of those Crucian orders. Let's just see if we're getting any Crucian bite here early in the morning. Yeah, we'll go a 9-meter clip on this one. And then this one, let's go. We put Crucian Gibble in there just to match the other one. And let's 16 hook with Pearl Barley. Again, let's just see what happens. We'll go 8-meter on this one. And this one. We caught that trophy roach on Bloodworm, didn't we? I kind of want to get, yeah, we'll do Bloodworm. I think Bloodworm or Worm would catch the Chinese sleepers here as it gets to be early morning and potentially finish off that cafe order, at least have a chance to. All right, we definitely want to get this rough done. 1, 5, 28 silver. So good. So good. All right, we need 2 more sleepers or 1 more Crucian. And then we could, if we wanted to, bounce to Winding just to check real quick what the orders are. See if there's something that we'd rather be doing there right now. We probably only have like 10, 12 silver. Oh, 30. It's more than I thought. It's not the worst. We're up to like 350 at that point. We're about to hit level 12. I mean, things are really going to open up for us. I mean, we've got Pearl Barley unlocked. If we want to try Bream with Pearl Barley, I mean, I think our silver making potential goes up a little bit. But we'll still, even at that point, want to come do some of these cafe orders. It's just hard to beat at this level if you can successfully do these cafe orders. If this gets a sleeper, I might put, it's probably silly having Pearl Barley on this one right now. Let's just do Worm. Because as much as we'd like to finish the Crucian order, what's more likely is that in this spot we'll get a couple Chinese sleepers here shortly and at least be able to finish that order. That would be reasonable. So now we've had a nibble here, but no fish yet. And now we're getting a nibble here. And this is the bread line. So this could be our Crucian. Everything's just nibbling, which probably means it is Crucians. Crucian or Gibble, right? Okay, now Worm's getting a bite. All three have had nibbles. None have caught fish yet. The roach should be activating again, so roach might start coming in as well. Yeah, that's not a Chinese sleeper. Alright, that's a Gibble, right? 28.4 on bottom. Does 30% unlock anything on bottom? No. %35 unlocks carp rigs, classic hair at least, which sometimes can let us go for some fish with like small boilies and stuff, especially at Old Bird. Just kind of depends on what's going on. Is that a sleeper? Alright, so now we're one sleeper away. Still nothing here on bread. Now that's a little later, Pearl Barley would probably work again. That could be our sleeper right there. Yes. Alright, I think we go. Let's turn the sleeper order in. Let's just go see what's at Winding. There's 12.8 silver for 3 sleepers that would have been worth nothing. We're going to unfortunately just not get that Crucian order unless we have one on right now. But honestly, I'm okay with that. It's not worth much anyway. Oh, these nibbles are killers. Alright. Oh, That is another big gibble. That's cool. Not what we needed, but that's cool. All right. Let's sell all of our fish. See where we are. 32 more silver. We're at 364. Ever drawing nearer to our goal. Let's see what we've got here. I mean, a really fat bleak order, or two of them even, would be just wonderful. Okay, this is not wonderful. This is actually pretty weak in terms of cafe orders. So I tell you what, let's do. Let's just go for fun. Just go throw our feeders in at that one spot. I'm just curious if this is in stock. It is. Okay, for 31 silver, we can get this if we choose to. I'm not going to do it right now because we're not super motivated to go for bleak right now. Although, it's never a bad idea to go for bleak. Actually, I think what we're going to do instead, though, is try Dace. Let's get one of these bait buckets. So the only way to get casters without spending a complete fortune is with the bait kit. It's unfortunately 11.9 silver and we only get 30 of them, but it'll be fun to have bark beetle larvae to test. Maggots are okay. You've seen bloodworms are great. We don't need the worms, but so let's go try this. We'll do like a 22 hook with casters, maybe 30 depth or something, and see if we can't figure something out. We're going to that 86,107 point. This is where we caught that trophy chub on redworm with really small hooks in the last episode. It was completely bizarre. And we have enough redworm that we probably will use redworm on one and then worm on the other. And we want to use as small a hooks as possible. All right, it's right here. So let's go tiny hook, or do we want to save that for the float? No, we're not going to use, yeah, let's do tiny hook with redworm. I don't know. Kind of want to do redworm on 22. Do we use ground bait at all? I don't think so, because we're throwing into the river. It's got a current and all that. Let's just see what, if anything, we can catch here. And on this one, we will use the tiny hook with worm. And if we run out of red worm or run really low on them, like, we're fine with using worm on both. Worm should be really good here. Now this is what we want to try. 20 or 22. Let's start with 22. Now we need to open up the bait kit. You have to actually unpack it. And then let's put casters on. Let's try 30 centimeters. Let's just see what we do here, if anything. If you can get on some marker Dace, especially at this level, they are really decent silver. Probably also decent XP. I don't remember that for sure, but I don't know if they'll still be biting or if we'll be able to find them, but we did see a couple Dace here earlier today. So if you find a little spot like this at Winding where you're able to catch, oh, it's a bleak. Okay, ooh, we'll take that. We will take that. A little spot like this where you're able to catch decent fish on your feeder rods and float for bleak or Dace or whatever. Early level at least, it's a really nice little combo. It's a nice bleak, by the way. Can't see the float very good. I don't know if we're better off starting it further up or if we want to let it drift a bit. down this way. I don't want it to have to go that far. So let's start it higher up and kind of watch it go past us. There's a Dace, and it's a marker Dace. All right, we've got 10 red worms left. We need to watch that. Also, go ahead and dig real quick. So at least at the moment, we're struggling to get the Dace to bite. Let's go to 35. Oops, that was 34. That'll work. Let's try a little bit different depth here. Also, we got it further out towards the middle. Again, maybe we should have gotten a slightly longer telescopic rod. We could cast a little further more comfortably. Red worm obviously seems to be catching fish faster than worm right now. I think red worm just does really well with a lot of the small things you can catch at winding. There's a zebra mussel. Downside is the mussels. They're good if you're high level for the baits you can craft them into. But unless you have a cafe order, they are just not worth very much. Kind of anticlimactic in that way. Yeah, so we're just not doing anything here. All right, let's try 40 centimeters. I don't know. I really don't know what to say about this. I was hoping this would be a little more active. I wonder if there's a fish on this worms. It doesn't look like it. All right, maybe this will be a Dace at 40 centimeter depth. Yes, and it's a marker. Now I think we want over 100 gram. I think you see a big jump at over 100 gram if I remember correctly. On value maybe, but that also gave us, I think, a little bit of XP there. I mean, it looks to me like our XP bar jumped a little bit there. Okay, we're on the Dace now. Casting a little farther out, and we're at 40 centimeter depth. I don't see any evidence of nibbles yet. It's a perch. I'm really surprised that so far worm has just not caught anything. That was not the case earlier today. Might just be a random thing, but right now worm is not doing it. Oh, I think there is something on. Alright, Gudgeon. Yeah, earlier there was a Gudgeon order, and that's the whole reason why we came here. And we did catch Gudgeon, but we also caught so many other random things. It's kind of fun. Come on, Dace. What are the weekly Dace on, by the way? Oh, bloodworm. Mostly casters, though. Mostly casters. We'll drift with it for a minute. Since our bells are not ringing. the way down to here. So 437 XP for that 105 gram Dace. And I think this will be worth several silver, if I remember correctly. All right, so now I want to try just casting this down here. We can do better than that. Maybe we can't. That's a bleak and a marker. 42 gram. I love it. Well, with a little patience, this is actually working quite nice. Can't see it. Although the feeders are a lot less active than I was hoping they would be. So even a 75 gram non-marker, 156 XP. Dace, much like Bleak, tend to not play around. Like when you get a bite, you get a bite. Come on. I don't know if I've ever stayed with a float drifting down the current this long. I think we're out of space. It's gotta go now. Too bad. Alright, let's see what's going on with these. What is going on? This spot. It's our second trophy from this spot. What in the world? So strange. Red worm is the bait, though. In that spot. Everything cool has happened on red worms there. And there's two more red worms. 100-gram Gudgeon. By the way, that was worth almost no XP. I mean, at least it didn't move the bar hardly at all for a trophy. We haven't really been working on a cafe order, right? No. We could have done sleepers and stuff in the pond, but I think we're fine. So that was worth 6 silver. The Dace was worth 5.6 at 100 grams. So, I mean, they just add up. If you can get, we need a little better bite rate, but they do add up. So 21 more silver real quick. Not bad at all. Let me just see real quick if we get anything here. You can often catch bleak doing this. The Dace, I don't know. Sometimes you can, maybe. But if you want bleak, I still think the pond is just, it's just so much easier at the pond than current for bleak. Come on, be a Dace. Yay. Alright, cool. Alright, let's not waste our casters. In case a good Dace spot pops up soon. 0.03 silver. I love it. Alright, cool. Well, there's another episode. That actually went pretty well. Good cafe orders at Mosquito. And just some fun here at Winding. Trophy Gudgeon. Very interesting. All right, well, I will see you again soon. As always, thanks for watching. Tight lines.